The new moon on the 1st of February is in Aquarius. Social, inquisitive, free-thinking hipster vibes with a group focus. Aquarius rules equality, technology, and in recent times, vaccines, social distancing, and Zoom. It thrives in radical concepts and the exchange of ideas. Feb 1st, 2022 is also the Lunar New Year, Year of the Tiger, St. Bridget's Day and Imbolc in the Northern Hemisphere, Lunarsad in the Southern Hemisphere. We want a fresh start and a chance to do it better, different, easier. But Saturn has joined the Sun and Moon, and it casts a serious note on the festivities. The new moon is starting its cycle from the shadows of Saturn's accountability, restriction, and structure. Although Aquarius is freedom-loving, it also loves logic, reason, and intellect. And it can be a stickler. It's already seen the future, and it gets cranky when its vision isn't followed. So if Saturn's rules are wise and restrictions make sense, Aquarius might strike a deal. If there's inequality or no logic to the Aquarius mindset, it's hard to get on board. Whatever the thought process, Saturn is driving a cosmic sustainability audit with limits, bottom lines, and consequence, making this a cautious start to the new year. And why not? We're 2 years into a pandemic, and life before the Lunar New Year 2020 is a fading memory. It's a good place to recount how much has changed and what can't go back the way it was. In tarot, Saturn is the devil, with the rules inverted: temptation, indulgence, betrayal. The imaginary chains that can turn freedom into a prison. This moon, Saturn is calling it. Enough is enough. From the sidelines, Uranus is delivering the ammunition to test resolve. It's got an unpredictability wand, and it's raising the power on tensions we thought were done. Not so. Uranus wants something more than wiggle room in Saturn's list of responsibilities, and it's going gangbusters to find a crack in the system. Uranus is incapable of subtlety. For some, this will mean tantrums, standoffs, and a direct challenge to boundaries. This isn't great for the Russian build-up in the Ukraine. Others will step up stoically, adapt to surprises, and let the drama confirm where you'd rather be. The good news is, there's a planet plug-in to help smooth ruffled feathers. But if you're combative, you'll miss the opportunity. Uranus is trining Venus and Vesta, activating a high-frequency waft of self-worth and appreciation. It pushes past the illusion of victimhood and rebellion to a deep sense of knowing your strength and power. Paradoxically, this softens your stance and allows the understanding, flexibility, and compromise you wanted all along. Mars has been chasing Venus, and they're about to have a strange little journey over the next few months. But with this moon, Mars is also suggesting you take the high road and be honourable. Shut up and show up. He's in earthy Capricorn, aware of his image and getting a tap on the shoulder to join the cigar club. Jupiter is setting the lighting just right for a confidence boost or funds to arrive, a recommendation, invite, or just a feeling good about your boundaries, health and energy. The Cancer full moon on Jan 18 was showcasing Pluto, god of death and transformation, directly opposite the moon. Now Mercury is hanging out in the underworld with Pluto, bringing an official end to a safe place you clung to, and exploring base chakra fears of survival, security, and abandonment. Conversations can go deep, really deep. Reality can be harsh, and hidden information comes to light. The past can get shoved in your face so that you can learn and grow. Mercury and Pluto give access to the flaws in your stress response and highlight where you might be jumping at shadows. Saturn is with the moon to help you accept new responsibilities and expectations and rise out of panic and helplessness.
Here's the thing, being held accountable for your own actions isn't called discrimination. It's called being, you wouldn't believe it, a goddamn bloody adult.
The opportunity to face up to a truth and be brave and honest about where you got it wrong is pivotal at this moment. Pluto and Mercury are purging out the BS, and they have a direct line to another momentously powerful aspect of this new moon. And in some way they're redrawing a fateful contract, making it explicit so that you can move on and regenerate. Ceres, Sedna and the North Node have lined up exact with the Pleiades in a historic merge representing an evolutionary birthing expressed through the primal feminine forces of the earth and the ocean, a leap into new consciousness. The North Node is a place of expansion into new territories, a place we're called to be our best and take an active role in shaping our destiny. With Sedna and Ceres, the future is dawning now, and it involves a collective shift towards the feminine principles of nurturing, creation, and transcendence, relinquishing control. They've been speaking from the earth and the oceans in the form of climate change, extreme weather, supplies and food production, and the development of AI. I've been covering this transit over the last month, so check in with those moon vids for more on Sedna, Ceres and the North Node. A few days before the Cancer moon 2 weeks ago, as Sedna, Ceres and the North Node were closing in on each other, the moon orbited in Gemini and clicked directly opposite Mars. This formed a T-square with Neptune and Pallas in Pisces and a quincunx with Pluto and the Sun. At 5:10 p.m. local time, Mercury made an exact square with Uranus, both retrograde and in fixed signs, Taurus and Aquarius. At that moment, an underwater volcano blew up just off Tonga in a once-in-a-thousand-year blast that could be seen from outer space and heard 6,000 kilometres away. A tsunami engulfed the islands, severing communications to the outside world, destroying homes and directly impacting 80% of its people. 3 people are reported to have died, but the more complex issue is Tonga is about the last place on Earth to be COVID-free, and to stay that way, they can't have teams of crisis workers and personnel to recover or rebuild. Neptune and Pallas are at the pointy end of the T-square. They need to be smart and strategic about volunteers and aid. Saturn's rules and protection are essential here, with restrictions working for the greater good. Mercury turns direct on Feb 4 and will return to square Uranus on Feb 24. That time frame could have some astro-resonance around it, and these could be really sensitive dates. This period has a Plutonian flavour of a fall from grace, hero worship being cut to size, and corruption being exposed. Some might feel betrayed and lost at sea like Sedna, or crazed with grief and powerlessness like Ceres. Accepting compromise could feel unjust, but there's a greater good to any sacrifice you make now, and the act of surrender is necessary to birth something new. Saturn has marked the new year and the Aquarius New Moon with a choice: to accept work that needs doing and be authentic about showing up for it, to build a foundation your future self will thank you for, and to channel restriction into innovative practice that benefits others. Saturn is the devil, but Aquarius is the star. Transparency, respite, support, and healing with a magical, integrated, holistic nourishment to the mind, body and spirit. This is our favourite yes card. Saturn in Aquarius, the greatest freedom comes from commitment. Choose your commitments wisely. I'm Merryl Key, and this is my mystery school. Support my channel with a like, follow, share or subscribe. If you'd like to know more, contact me on my website www.merrylkey.com and check out my other vids on YouTube. Blessed be.